Welcome to the Speakeasy English Podcast. My name is Lee, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. Whether you're on your way to school, work, or just relaxing at home, thank you for pressing play. Today, we're going to talk about something I know many of you can relate to, something that used to make me feel very stuck and very small. Why can't I speak English even after learning it for 12 years? Sounds familiar? You've probably spent years in classrooms. You've studied grammar rules. You've passed your exams. You've memorized long vocabulary lists. But when someone suddenly speaks English to you, you freeze. Your heart beats faster. You forget even simple words like yesterday or my name is. You panic and you say, nothing. I know how that feels because that was me. Part 1. The silent struggle. Growing up, I was the good student. I always got high scores in English. Teachers praised me. My parents were proud. But inside, I had a secret. I couldn't really speak. Every time I had to speak English, I felt like a fraud, like I had built a house of cards, and just one word would make it all fall. When someone asked me a simple question like, "What do you like to do on weekends?" I knew the words in my mind, but I couldn't say them out loud. I hesitated. I stammered. My mouth wouldn't move. Why? What was stopping me? It wasn't grammar. It wasn't vocabulary. It was fear. I was afraid of being wrong, afraid of sounding silly, afraid of being judged. And most of all, I was afraid of not being good enough. What went wrong? When I look back, I realized something important. In school, we were trained to pass tests, not to communicate. We learned English like math, rules, formulas, and correct answers. But we didn't learn how to react, how to respond, how to connect. We never practiced conversations. We never trained to speak out loud. We only learned to recognize the language, not to use it. Think about it this way. Speaking is like using a muscle. If you never exercise it, it stays weak. And when you try to use it suddenly, it shakes. That's what happened to me. I had English knowledge, but not English reflex. Part 2. What changed everything in just 30 days? One day, after another failed interview in English, I hit my limit. I told myself, enough is enough. I don't want to be silent anymore. I don't want to just learn English. I want to speak it. So, I created a small plan. Simple, clear, just 3 steps. I promised to do them every single day for 30 days. Step 1, listen. I listened to short, real-life English conversations, just 2 to 3 minutes. Podcasts, YouTube clips, street interviews. I didn't worry if I didn't understand every word. Step 2, shadow. I played the audio again, and this time, I shadowed it. I repeated everything the speaker said, as fast and naturally as I could. Out loud, not whispering, not in my head. Out loud, like an actor practicing lines. Step 3, record myself speaking. Each day, I chose one simple topic, like introduce myself, describe my room, talk about yesterday, and recorded myself speaking for 1 minute. I didn't use a script. I just tried to express my thoughts. The first 5 days were hard. I felt awkward. I hated the sound of my voice, but I didn't stop. By day 10, I noticed something. I could speak more smoothly. I didn't panic as much. By day 20, I could speak without translating everything in my head. By day 30, I wasn't fluent, but I was finally free. Part 3. You're not alone and you can do this too. So, why am I telling you this? Because maybe you're in the same place I was. You're smart. You've worked hard. You want to speak. But something invisible is holding you back. I want you to hear this. It's not your fault. You weren't lazy. You weren't bad at English. You were just taught the wrong way. But now, you can change that. You can learn in a way that fits real life. You can train your speaking muscles even at home. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a big class. You just need a plan and a little bit of courage. Start small. Start simple. Start today. Final thoughts. Speak imperfectly. but speak anyway. Thank you so much for spending time with me today on the Speakeasy English podcast. If my story made you feel less alone, if it gave you hope, then I'm truly happy. That's why I made this episode. If you enjoyed it, share it with someone who's still afraid to speak. Maybe they need to hear that they're not the only one, that they, too, can speak, even if they're not perfect. And remember, you don't need a perfect accent. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't even need perfect words. You just need to be brave. Speak up, one word at a time, one day at a time. See you next time. And until then, keep speaking. You've got this.